Hey guys, welcome back to RC Brucey. As you can see here on the old table, I got the Xmaxx and she's down. This thing can take a hit, but sometimes you take a little tumble wumble and doesn't turn out too good, just like this.
On there. Whoa. Uh-oh. You gotta be kidding me.
And bam! And this is the result. The end of the shock just snapped right off. Now, I know not everybody needs help on this, but I always like to lend a helping hand when I can. So we're going to do a video on how to repair this quickly and efficiently for those who don't know how to do it. So let's get over to the bench. Well, as you can see here, I brought you guys in nice and close up to the bench so you can see what I'm doing. For general purposes to make this whole thing a little bit easier, as you can see, I removed the shock off the truck already. And I'll show you how this all goes back together, but I kind of got it out there and everything prepped. Just for easier purposes. Remember, I got a nice bucket here. Dump the old oil into it. It kind of makes a mess, so I wouldn't do it on anything nice. But I usually use a nice container like so. You can just dump the old oil into. This is the shock, the center shaft there in the shock. This was on the inside. All I did was push it up through the center there. On the old one doesn't really matter, but you want something to hold this rod and to remove this end nut that holds your rebound dampener, or should I say what actually gives you your rate of rebound with this washer here. It has holes in it. And another pair of pliers or anything you got to take this nut off. It's a 7mm. Of course my driver ain't working, so remove that like so. Put that down. As you can see here, I'm replacing mine with Traxxas. 7763 is the number if you're wondering. I do have the upgraded shock shafts already on my Xmaxx, except for this one. Of course, I went to the local hobby store today, Hobby House, and they're having problems like the rest of the world getting anything because of COVID. So instead of having my Xmaxx down, we're gonna put the original one right back on. Will come with the end piece, so that's awesome. But that's that. So that's what we're going with. Where the hell am I here? What I usually like to do is I take a little bit of that oil and I put it back on the shaft, and the reason is you got a rubber boot down here in the bottom. And we don't want it to go in dry and tear the boot. So you're going to push up through like so. You're going to push that down. You're going to line this back up. You're going to push it right back through on the shock. Hopefully it doesn't give you a problem like mine was just doing. But right in the center there, you're going to push that down. You can actually use the old one and push that on there. Hopefully you can see that in there. But that dampener or that washer that has the holes that allow the fluid to come back through is down over the center. What I like to do is you can actually take this nut, put it right in the driver there, and I go right into the center and I start it back up and just turn it back down till it's tight. And a lot of times what you'll have to do is use something down on this other end to hold it from spinning. But let's see if I can get this close. And like so, nice and tight. So now once you're to that point, you pull everything back down. Wipe off all the excess. Let me get another towel here. I spilled a whole bunch all over the place. And a cut there, I'll cut that out. I got stuff all over. Go figure, everything goes wrong when you're recording. But wipe all the excess off. You're going to have this all the way down to the bottom. And then you're going to want to have your shock oil ready. I said I was using 40, but I forgot it's actually 50 weight. Like I said, I don't know if I said that earlier or not, but I'm using the little bit. I think stock comes with 30 weight oil. I use a little bit thicker stuff. One, it's a big machine. I thought the 30 weight was a little too light, and because it's thicker, it doesn't leak through the bottom of the shock so easy. I kept having leakage problems, and at the hobby shop they told me go with thicker oil, solves that problem. Plus you need it anyway. But anyway, you want to bring it just about up to the top. Leave yourself a little room. Now you want to push down on the shock, get all the air bubbles out of it, because what you're doing is actually pushing that center down, and then you're going to pull it back down. And you want to look inside. Sometimes you don't want to go too crazy. You'll get a face full of shock oil for you guys who haven't done this before. But you just want to get you're working all the air bubbles out so your shock works properly. I do this a few times, or till you see no more air bubbles. That's why I always start way down at the bottom, like so. You want to leave it just off the top, because if you add too much, the shock won't work. Make sure your rubber boot's in the top. Screw the top back down like so. Give it a good wrenching. Now if you didn't add too much, when you're pushing the shock, it should slowly push back out like so. And you're ready to go. If you push it in, and one, you can't push it all the way up, or it doesn't retract back out, you have too much fluid for you guys who haven't done this before. And, of course, again, I forgot the rest of the parts. Imagine that. But this is that part in the previous video. I was actually out bashing, and this is the 3D part that I printed. It actually protects this shaft here, not from breaking, but from getting all dinged up and scratched and then leaking through that boot. But you want to put that, goes like so. And then this part goes down and on there. You're going to line that up. Of course, it's going to give me a hard time, never does. And voila, there's a screw that goes in here. You're going to take this whole assembly, you're going to bring it right back over to your Xmaxx, install it, and you're ready to rip and bash again. Well, like I said, pretty simple, guys. I know a lot of people out there probably know how to do this, but there's also a lot of people that don't. I wanted to be there for the ones who don't know how to do this. There you go. It's not very hard. Prepare to get oil all over the place as you do it. I've been doing it for years. I still get oil all over the place, but that's just sometimes how it goes, so be prepared. Like I said, don't do it anywhere where you don't want it to get ruined with oil. Anyway, like I said, I hope that helps you guys. I hope it wasn't too boring. I hope it was informative and it helps you out. Remember to hit the like button below, comment, and thanks for watching RC Brucey. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. I'll see you guys next time.